All right, everyone, we're back here for race 3 of this best of 3 between Cemo Rocks and Scotty Speedruns. The RNG bot has chosen GT Classic.
This is sure to be a fun one. I noticed during our break there that these runners are going to just run the 3 fastest categories back to back.
Well, I guess low ice kind of is fast when you're that good at it. So, and 80% is one of the faster categories, yeah. And GT Classic is the fastest. So what exactly is GT Classic? In the game, there's a debug code left in that you can activate when you go into Gold Torzo's room. When you enter the room, if you hold down all 4 face buttons and nothing else during the door transition, part of Gold Torzo's AI detects that and gives you almost all the items. So you're given 700 max energy, 100 missiles, 20 supers, 20 power bombs, and every major item except Screw Attack.
Which happens to be in the next room.
Yeah, so just an old debug code that we've learned about and learned how to activate. Happens at both doors of GT. It doesn't have to be the right door. You can do it at the left door if you want. If the runners want to make this an actual interesting category, they can do left door GT. I don't think they'll do that though.
No, I don't think they will.
So this is also known as Gate Glitch Classic, because in order to go in that right door, you have to do a gate glitch on only 5 supers. So.
Yeah, you're right. There are only going to have 5 supers, because up until that point, these runners are both going to be trying to pick up as very little items as possible.
Who was getting bad steam in that last room series every time? Yeah, seamless tile room has been bad luck in the tile room every time.
It's a bad room.
Well, the opening for this is the same as basically every other category. You grab more from your first missiles and your first bombs.
Get your supers.
After that, that's where it becomes different.
Yep, that's where we start to have some fun.
We both got yellow morph this time, so morph flickers between pink and yellow. I didn't pay attention to the colors the last 2 times. They both got the same color this time.
It's an omen.
clean pit room from Scotty. Cemo takes a pit, but also gets the French fry deboost. We're taking another pit, so Cemo a little bit behind going into the climb.
And Scotty
Scotty
falling
fell
down the
down
climb.
once. They can still trade this lead back and forth at least 5 more times before they get to Bomb Torso.
Yep. But then probably 10 more
Scotty down
times.
on energy. Needs to. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Scotty's not guaranteed missile drops in that Bomb Torso.
No. See how RNG favors Scotty here.
Yeah, you see how Scotty only got a couple missile drops. So. But the beam shots kind of evened it out. And we're synced.
Yep. Back to sync.
Cemo had a slightly faster exit, didn't land on the ledge after the door. Cemo gained a little bit of time there. Energy matters here because once again we're going to be going up Red Tower through Hellway to get power bombs early.
Right. Then after that, we get a few other things and then head down to LN. Both of them getting the Mach Ball into the D-boost towards super missiles.
Yeah,
Back
so
to...
we're basically synced again.
Yep.
It just frames apart now.
Yeah. Cemo maybe, you know, like 10 frames ahead. If that. And...
Identical resources.
There we go.
Hey! Cemo did the Mach Ball out of the room. I was going to say we get to see the difference between doing a Mach Ball and running. So they skip Charge Missile and Charge because they don't need them.
Yep.
They want to get to GT and do that debug code as quickly as possible. So we skip the Charge Missiles and we skip Charge. This does make your farming in New Bridge a little bit slower. You do still want these supers here. So you kind of wish you had missiles to spend on it, but you don't have any. Cemo missed the hero shot, so...
Still a good recovery, though.
Stop once they go off screen. So the way that works is you shoot and then you go up fast enough for the shot to keep going and hit the block at the top. And if you're not fast enough, it despawns. Or if you're too fast, it will hit one of the rippers.
I'm really bad at hero shots for the most part, except for in the criteria climb. Like, I'm bad at the rest of them.
Yeah. Scotty farmed a little bit extra in Hellway. One beyond full supers. Cemo is going down with just 3. Managing your ammo is a big part of these categories, especially when you're low on ammo. Good missile drops for Scotty. So Scotty's going to have an easier time with the pirates in Mini Crate Hallway with those missile drops. Though I expect them to both use a power bomb there. Scotty breaks the tube earlier. That'll make a few seconds difference later.
Getting that nice entrance too, Scotty.
Yeah. Cemo used the supers but missed the entrance, so it's too bad. So in this mini crate hallway, you want to save the missiles so that you can do the normal crate quick kill, because 2 missiles is part of the setup for it. So that's why we saw Scotty and Cemo both use a power bomb on the pirates.
Scotty getting the quick kill.
Cemo had a shot blocked by the claw again,
I know.
but manages to back it up again. We see one of the big decision points, whether you choose to go bootless lava dive or with boots.
And that's really it.
Ooh, Scotty is
Also
picking
get
up
this
Crate Tank.
tank.
So
Did not
picking
expect
Crate
this.
Tank is a sign that Scotty intends to skip boots.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference in your lava dive, because if you're going bootless, your lava dive has a lot less margin for error.
But you have an extra tank.
You can,
But
there's a high jump tank to pick up, so
yeah, that's true.
oh. Scotty's doing 3 tanks with boots? Okay. Kind of surprised. I thought 1 or 2 tanks was normal with boots, so
Yeah.
I'm not a GT Classic Pro.
I also was not expecting him to grab the sea tank here.
Well, because of that, we're synced again.
Yep.
Except they went up the room slightly different ways. And Scotty gained a bit of a lead on Cemo because of going up Business Center a slightly different path. It's like one fun thing you can do when you're analyzing runs is you can compare one player to another and just sync every single room to see on each specific room if one player goes ahead, then whatever they did was faster. Like, spending all this time in the lava is slower.
Yeah, spending that time in the lava is definitely slower.
So now we get to see how brave they are with their gate glitch, because you notice how they're forced down to 1 super here, and they're both going to farm, so that's good.
I wouldn't try this with 1 super.
Yeah. Cemo has
Getting-
worse RNG luck, so
Yeah, getting scammed on those farms. Here we go with the lava dive. Scotty gets through.
Cemo had a cleaner lava dive.
Oh, definitely.
Not a lot cleaner, but better. It's hard to describe exactly how, but so like when you unmorph in the air like Scotty did, you have a lot of hang time where you're just hanging there, not really moving forward as much. So that actually costs you a lot of time in the lava dive. You notice how Scotty's on 199 energy, so used up 200 in the dive, whereas Cemo only used up 191 to dive. It's not the end of the world because those extra tanks.
Yeah, I mean, they're about to get everything anyway.
It's possible to do that lava dive with Vario with just... Did Cemo gate glitch all the way over through?
Yeah. It was very funny. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Oh, that's bad luck. So, like, when you're gate glitching, Samus still has momentum, but is on the pixel that's closest to the gate. And so because of that momentum, the super spawns further left and spawns on the other side of the gate. And so you can do that at any height. And Cemo just happened to be low enough that it went all the way past the switch instead of hitting the switch.
Yeah.
And you notice how every gate in the game, they kind of place blocks around the top so that it's difficult to hit the switch. If the block arrangement at the top of the gate is different, then it suddenly becomes trivial to do a gate glitch. Like, if there weren't solid blocks on the right side of the top, then you wouldn't even need the forward momentum. Anyway, oh, Cemo missed the GT code. That's another reset.
Yeah.
I suppose it would be legal to just kill GT without all the extra items and continue the run.
Doesn't GT need to be alive for the GT code to work?
Yeah, he needs to be alive for the GT code to work, but I think it would still be legal to finish your run after failing to activate the code. But it would be so much slower that you'd be worse off doing it.
Yeah.
Scotty got a bounce off the pirate and didn't quite get his first shot in.
So, at this point, once you put in the code, you're basically on a boss rush for the rest of the game.
Yep, you just run to the bosses. You don't care about any items. Because you've got everything you need to finish. So. Alright, so we'll get the code. And
remember to turn off Spacer?
Yeah, if you don't turn off Spacer, you crash the game. I believe if you turn off wave, sorry, I believe if you turn off ice and maybe wave, there's some combo where you play a different category called GT Space Time, where you intentionally leave Spazer and certain other beams on, and you can activate the escape flag and do some teleportations in order to escape instantly. But that's a different category.
That's a fun beam combo.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what beam combos you need for it, but it's very particular. And you mess up any part of it, your game crashes. Because of the so the alternate beams where you have both spacer and plasma turned on are considered major glitches, so they're not allowed in this category or most other categories. There are only a few specific categories that actually allow those major glitches.
Alright. Scotty's making his way out of Norfair now. Gonna head on up to our fun shrimp boy and our snake friend.
And speaking of them, you don't see them in the HUD, but after doing the GT code, the players do have grapple and X-ray.
That's a good point.
And so this matters in the Batoon fight and the Dragon fight, because while you are using X-ray, Batoon or Dragon's iframes can run out. And since the plasma beam does not disappear when it hits them, you can activate the X-ray to wait for their iframes to disappear and hit them multiple times with a single shot.
Yeah, that microwave beam makes both of these fights trivial.
Yeah. So we'll see that in just a moment here in the Batoon fight. Cemo took out Ridley with no problems. This is way more than you have in low percent, so of course no problems.
This is more than they had in any percent. This is the most items these two have had all night.
No, this is the run where they picked up the least, but it's where they have the most.
Yeah.
Because they picked up less in this than they picked up in low percent.
Yeah, but they have more items. Weird. What a weird game.
So Scotty didn't get the full halfie, but because you have space jump, not having the full halfie is not as big of a difference as it is in 80%. Cemo making that escape from Lower Norfair. Much easier with this screw attack. Cemo actually reveal one of the shutters inside of the pillars in that Three Musketeers room. So both of the pillars hanging down from the ceiling have a shutter in them, and if you screw attack the pillar or use a power bomb, or shoot through with wave, you'll actually activate the shutter and it'll close downwards. So if you play something like RBO and you do a crystal flash on the right side of Three Musketeers room, it'll ruin your day because the shutters will go down and it'll be much harder to get through the acid.
It's so
But
weird
in other
every time I
categories,
see
you don't see
those.
those shutters.
I feel like I never see them, and anytime I do, I'm always surprised at their existence.
Yeah, because any percent you come here without screw attack, and you're not shooting wave beams on the right side of the room, so you don't see them. In RBO, the players are being very careful not to activate them because it'll ruin their day. So basically, every category, they either don't have the stock to activate them, or they're being very careful not to. Here's that 2 break that cemo didn't do earlier.
Yeah.
cemo falls down, but decides not to use the save room. Scotty on the way to that wrecked ship. Nice, clean return to Everest.
Yep.
This is not a high five. We call this avoiding the X parasite. Because
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not quite a high five, but they can wave to each other.
it's like avoiding the X parasite. So Scotty is being very quick to leave the room before the evil Samus clone catches up. Oh, foosball! All right, let's go.
Yeah, that was cool.
So Scotty has a spring ball and used it on the last frame coming out of that tunnel. Got the spring ball all the way up onto the elevator. Extra flag during the power bomb by firing that full beam combo with ice. Cemo gets that full halfie, alright. So Fantoon can also be microwaved, but you have to start with the missile shot first.
Right, you still have to kind of awaken Fantoon in the normal pattern. But then you can microwave. Just like that.
Cemo has Dragon down, and Scotty has Fantoon down.
Oh, with that, Scotty's on his way to Torian.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it seems like those gate glitches decided this race. Neither of the racers wanted that to happen.
No. It was a cool gate glitch, though.
Yeah, that's a very clean key hunter's room. Getting that mothball through the door, and then the shot to open the other door, and then the missile shot to kill the key hunter so it's not in the way.
Yeah. Scotty's on a kind of a tear right now.
That's GT Classic the whole way through. Well,
Yeah,
the second half of GT Classic, anyway.
right.
You just have all the items and you go on a tear as fast as you can. So what's interesting is when you're space jumping across that West Ocean room, you can also decide to mockball through the entry hall. If you shoot door open right and land with the mockball in. But I've never seen anyone do it, so I don't know if it's any good.
It just seems like a lot of inputs for not an incredible time save.
And this whole game is a lot of inputs for
Yeah, that
every
is the
frame
game.
is worth of frames.
That's why we face right.
And this
So.
Scotty is being a lot more free with his ammo than the previous two categories because not worried about running out this time.
Has no need to worry.
I believe Scotty also has a good Hundo times. These are the same terrain strats that you would see in Hundo. Cemo has microwaved the ghost, so and also turn around, head for terrain now. Alright, we got a successful baby skip this time.
Finally, I feel like I've only seen 2 this whole tournament. No need to save here. You have everything you need to murder Mother Brain.
Just get right up in their face and do some ice surgery with those missiles.
That's all you need to do.
So, unlike the first race, which was 200 shots for Mother Brain 2, the second, which was 60, this is only 20. So, it's already half over.
What you're telling me is they just kept getting easier and easier categories.
Yep. They just started with the real hard one, they went for the medium one, now for the easiest one. So Scotty is pausing to get up to 700 energy to do the stand-up glitch.
Turning off Sparia.
Yeah, so you turn off Faria so that Mother Brain doesn't decide to do a second rainbow beam after the first one. And since you're at exactly 100, you don't have to damage down there. That was completely unnecessary risk.
Gotta do it though.
So, because Scotty was off the ground when the baby came back on screen, Scotty is able to move around and do stuff like shoot at Mother Brain. So, this gets in some early damage for the third phase of the fight.
Meanwhile, Steamo is making their way through the Metroid rooms.
Scotty has to be careful to run back to the right side of the screen before the tanks finish refilling, because the baby will detach when the tanks finish refilling, and if the baby detaches on the left side, it's a soft lock. So- Okay. That was almost too far left.
I was worried for a second.
Oh, cemo also got the baby skip, so...
Yes, I'm very happy to see it.
I guess all they needed for the baby skip was more items.
Yeah, I think it was probably the lack of items that made it really hard.
Cemo was going for the second step skip, which just requires more ball. Oh, not quite getting the blue bomber for Scotty. So.
Still trying.
He's got 2 minutes to get that blue bomber. If he doesn't get it in the next 2 minutes, alright, he got it.
Gets it there. Alright, everyone. Get your juices in chat for Scotty, who finishes with a time of 36:35.
That's a really good GT Classic
That's
time.
a really good time.
And Scotty has joined us in the interview room.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello, GG's.
Yep, GG's.
How are you feeling about this?
I was nervous. Let's say that. I was as soon as I picked my band, my heart rate went up like immediately, and it hasn't went down since then.
I can believe that.
Yeah, going through low percent ice with no save, you gotta have a high heart rate.
Yeah, that was really fun. The low percent race.
They were all really exciting. There was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, up until that green gate glitch, then the back and forth stopped.
Yeah, unfortunately, green gate glitch is annoying, and we were actually talking about that in the race room before the race started. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Simo also had an accidental non-code after getting the gate glitch, so extra reset there.
Now we have cemo making their way through the escape.
Oh, I cannot believe cemo did that route for the first time. They are insane.
cemo's played so much rando that it doesn't surprise me to see them pull it off.
Yeah,
They-
same.
They did so well too, except for I guess the worst room in the game was kind of
Yeah. The worst room in the game is the only hitch there.
little shambly.
Alright, last one out, save the animals.
Yep, we get an animal save each race.
For those that haven't
You
seen
gotta
it,
wait for that guy.
the acid also rises up in that room, so I can't remember where the acid stops there. Cemo should have waited another, say, minute or so. Show us where the acid actually stops going up. If you wait like 90 seconds and climb, the acid will actually rise all the way up to the door. GG's to cemo.
Yeah, GG's cemo.
Cemo has also joined us here in the interview. So. How are you doing tonight, Cemo?
GG. Those are pretty fun. They're pretty fun races.
GG cemo.
Yeah, GG. I'm glad we got to do low percent because I said that's probably the only time we get to race it.
Right.
Tournament.
Yeah, I was noticing you're both top low percent players, so everybody else is vetoing low percent whenever they're up against either of you, so it's only when you come together that you actually get to play it.
It would have been a good idea for me to ban it against him too, but I
would have been forced to pick RBO or something.
Yeah, I've actually never completed an RBO run, so I got to go with that for now.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
RBO is a rough category if you haven't done it before.
Yeah, I tried to kill Ridley a few times and it just wasn't working out. So
you doing 25 supers or 30 or what?
I don't even know. Maybe I think it was probably 25.
Yeah, do the double meridian. Do 30 supers your first time. It'll make your life much easier.
It's pretty comfy if you get a lot of safeties, but obviously in a race, like you're not incentivized to get a lot of safeties. Either.
Can't believe you put comfy and RBO in the same sentence. Does not look comfy to me.
Hey, if you really want, you can go to 35 supers. No.
I would say
the only supers that are off limits in RBO are the 2 and wreck ship. Everything else, you can go and pick it up, and it's still a legal RBO run.
Yeah, you can X-ray climb and get your aqueduct supers. The green.
You don't have to X-ray climb. You can G mode, or you can carry a blue suit there.
Oh yeah, all very fast things to do.
Will cost you like 5 minutes probably.
But yeah, that low ice race was really fun.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I went into Mother Brain 2. I think I was at 369, and then I got hit by an onion ring and was at I think I got double hit, and I was at 309 pretty much the whole fight, and my heart was like shaking because I knew I was like right behind you too, but
yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean, it was smart not to take the save after. Like, I took the save, and you're like, well, I can save some time here. So it's a good idea. Felt like, I had to, just for the restream's sake, if anything.
I'm kind of upset that neither of us got the low percent baby skip. I didn't even get a chance. I think I laid the bomb spread at the, I don't know.
Yeah, I got grabbed like right away too.
Yeah, so same.
You both got grabbed right away, pretty much the same way. like watching the same thing repeat.
I don't know if we're gonna get another chance in the tournament, but we'll see.
Maybe, yeah. Someone might want to try it. It would be fun. Like most people are just gonna ban it, but maybe we'll
Right.
race again too. You know,
There you go.
in the later.
See you in the finals.
Exactly. Any percent. I obviously need to do some work. I knew I wasn't gonna be winning with old route, so I figured I'd just do new route.
Yeah, so was that really your first PRKD?
For any percent, yeah, it was.
Alright.
Like I've done a lot of like the strats and stuff before, but
Yeah, I figured your
familiar
Brando
with-
experience would carry you through anyway, so.
I've done most of the run. There's some stuff in LN I have to clean up, but for the most part, I can do the run. It's just I gotta, I guess, practice it a bit more. I mean, I didn't have a good start either, so it's all right. And then GTC,
Yeah,
I messed up the gate glitch, and
Man.
then on the second time I messed up the GT code. I pressed the crystal flash buttons.
Oh no.
Oh.
I was like, what were the buttons? I was like,
That's-
this feels right, and then I was
that's-
like, no, I'm
It's
red.
close.
What
It's
did
close
I
enough,
do?
right?
I don't think I've heard the Crystal Flash one there before.
The
That's-
wrong muscle memory.
You know,
That green
I
gate
could
glitch
understand
was.
if I'm in Lower Norfair and then he said, "Oh, I need to do Crystal Flash." Like, I'm always doing that in Lower Norfair, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, just-
that makes sense.
Quick CF in GT's room, you know. You could CF in the safe spot.
I've done that. It's not a great idea, but I've done it.
That green gate glitch was pretty cool, though. How you shot just completely through it.
Oh yeah, I was too low. I was too low. I didn't jump high enough. It was funny. I mean, it
Yeah.
was a successful gate glitch. I just didn't
It
hit
was.
the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looked like you were. Was that your running jump attempt where you have the 2-frame window from the running setup?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Must have been that extra speed from the run that pushed it just a little bit too far.
yeah. Thank you guys for doing the commentary for this. I'm glad that I'm glad it got restreamed. It was looking pretty dicey with Scotty's internet for a while.
My gosh, I don't know what was going on.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad that got
I'm glad
fixed.
Scotty
Yeah.
got that fixed up.
I just did the
Yes.
old power cycle. The modem works every
Oh
time.
yeah, the old pluggy unpluggy.
That's it.
Works every time.
Yeah.
IT.
Also, thanks for what Simo said. Thanks for commentating. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to watch the closest racist I've seen so far this tournament. I haven't seen something else that's been going back and forth every couple of rooms yet. So
Yeah, it was truly exciting to watch you guys go back and forth, just constantly.
It was fun.
I am gonna enjoy watching back at least the low percent one.
like you could even go by individual rooms and say, "Oh, this specific room they have slightly different strats." Like one of the races, you had different business center strats for going up from high jump room to the pre-cathedral room, and so Scotty gained a little bit of time just on the business center strat. So that's the level of detail that you can see in this one.
Oh, during the watch back, just after Ridley, just skip ahead a little bit until we get to Meridia. Then you can keep watching.
Yeah. With my great bottoon in low percent there, where I
Oh goodness.
did
Yeah,
get some supers out and then lost a lot of time.
If you guys are
Yeah.
wondering, I usually do Kraid after Ridley, so that's how I refill my supers. but in this race, we did Kraid before Ridley, so I just didn't even think about speed bugs at all.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, is he going down to Frog Speedway? That's gonna be a real short trip.
Yeah, I was just looking for a farm. I don't know why.
You know, there's a farm somewhere. You need it.
Yeah, and then insult to injury, I dropped the power bomb too high, so I went through the little bomb maze in Bubble Mountain.
Man, was it your only power bomb?
Yeah, it was the only one.
I would have gone for the gate into Meridia, like the gate that goes out of Meridia by the map room. There's the bugs there, and I would have gone there to farm.
Oh, okay.
That's
But
a
I'm not a
pretty-
low percent
that's a
player,
pretty
so
slow
I don't know
farm.
the actual good to farm. So
It's just one bug at a time, so it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, speed bugs is definitely the best option there if you do Kraid second.
yeah.
I
mean,
don't ever do that route.
yeah, I don't usually do it either. Just when I'm farming there, doing this route, I just feel bad. I'm like, could have just done Ridley second, and then I wouldn't have to do this stupid farm. That's how I feel
Yeah.
about it every time.
all right, well, those are some great races. There's a lot more great races on the schedule.
Indeed, there are. What do we have coming up? Later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Papa Schmo versus Beef Robber.
Yeah, I think I signed up for that one too. So
I think I did as well. That'll be over on SpeedGaming main channel. And then tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Shiny Zenny versus Glove.
that's going to be a good one because
Yeah,
they're both top players.
Yeah, that is going to be an exciting game. And then it looks like on Tuesday at 1, we have Diggy Diggy Dang versus Idol.
That's good too. All right.
Yeah. Got some exciting races over the next couple of days.
All right. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for showing off our races. Thanks for Jestro for helping with the setup and every time. Pressing the Who Won button so that I don't have to.
Thank you to our runners for putting on an amazing race. Thank you to the chat just for being there and supporting us. And thank you to Kaizatune for commentating.